Welcome to another Davinci Resolve tips and tricks tutorial. In this quick tutorial, we're gonna see how to use ripple grades. What you're seeing here now is Resolve 19. It's still on a beta stage, so I don't recommend anyone to install it. I just install it to play with the new tools, and I found that the new layers that have been added are really good, and it's speeding up my workflow and dividing things visually much better. I'm gonna make a whole new tutorial about my work in progress but new fixed node tree, and I'm gonna share with everyone who bought my previous one, but it's fundamentally the same. The organization is different and there's a few added things. But let's talk about ripple grading and how this speeds up your workflow when you have a lot of clips. And this ties in together with my groups video, so I recommend watching that one first if you haven't watched it, and then come back here and add this new information I'm gonna share today. So in this sequence we have two cameras. You have A and B. We have a wide shot and we have a side shot. This is I'm blurring the brand because I'm not able to show the branding. This mask there is just to hide the logo for this tutorial. So if you come here, and again, this not only ties in with groups but ties in with fixed node tree. So having a fixed node tree, knowing how to use groups and ripple grades will speed up your workflow 100%, guaranteed. So I'm gonna bring the clips so you can see that we have these three wide shots and these two side. And this, if I click on one of the wide, I already put this on cam A. There used to be a cam C and side shot, but yeah, for the sake of the tutorial, I deleted all those shots. So cam A are all these three. So if you come here to color, I have everything mapped out, by the way, in my Stream Deck. So by a click of the button, I ripple and grade. But if you don't have a Stream Deck, or you don't have it configured, or you don't know the shortcuts, because I don't know, I've been using Stream Deck for a while, so I just press a button and magic happens. So there you go. This is the shortcut for ripple node change to selected clips, or the current group, or to the append node to selected clips. Actually, let's go to the wide shot. So this technique, I use the list because I don't tend to add extra nodes to my fixed node tree. During my experience, I tailor the fixed node tree to have all the nodes that I know. So these nodes are numbered, so they, number 3 correspond to any other shot. So if I change this, number 3, all number 3 can be changed in every single shot. But for the sake of the example, let's add this. Let's do a very horrible correction, something visual, something that can be visual. Actually, let's push it. Something that can be very visual here, right? So if we were to, I made this change, right? Let's give it a name. Let's call it blue. And if I were to select these other two shots and come here and append node to selected clips, you can see what happens. So if I come here, now it has appended, at the end of the active node tree. Easy, right? So basically, whatever you add extra to your node tree, with that option, it will append this new node to the rest of your clips. I'm gonna delete this without adding a new node. Let's grab my balance. So I usually tend to use offset in the primaries as an overall balancing of the image. So I'm gonna unbalance it. So again, rather than pushing blue, let's push warm, right? Let's select these two. Let's come here to color and let's ripple node changes to selected clips. So I'm in the main clip that just changed the balance. I selected the other two, and I'm gonna click here. And you're gonna see in the thumbnail how this changed. Yeah. So you can see that the balance of all these have changed, only the balance. But look at this, it doesn't have to be the first clip. Let's grab the middle clip. Let's go back to balance just to keep playing with this. Let's go back, let's do green. Let's do something very horrible. Yeah, it's obviously this just to exemplify, so you can see clearly 2 orange, 1 green. So let's select the ones that you want to. Again, this has to be done, they have to have the same node tree. So it's node number 5 that will be updated on the selected clips. So let's go back to color. Yeah, so it'll be updated. Now let me completely reset this. Yeah, let's do one more example. So for instance, you go through the first pass, and in the second pass, oh, actually, I would like it to be more contrasting. Yeah, I'm just gonna push slightly the contrast. Yeah, so if we go back and forth, you can see this is a bit softer, and this is a bit punchier now. So if I were to select this, and again, color, ripple changes to selected clips, it will ripple that change in ratio. So yeah, so that's by selection. The other thing that we can do, and I'm gonna show you with a different example. So if we go to the trims, let's say the director, yeah, comes and says, let's go back to the first one. I really like what you did, but, and this counteracting what I just did, can we soften the contrast? And I say, okay, so, and yeah, on and off. Okay, and the director says, yeah, I really like it, but can we, I don't know what you can do. Can we desaturate the yellows? And let's use this new slicer, color slicer, and let's go to yellows, desaturate them. Yeah, so it's actually catching the green. So you can, you know, something that you can really see before and after. And the director says, yes, I really like this look. Let's print it. Say, oh, but I have 200 other shots that are exactly the same. Do I have to copy paste? No, you don't have to. You know that all these shots are part of the same group, Cam A, yeah? Because you group them before doing anything else. And let's push the density just to play with a new tool. Why not? And then if you come here to color, rather than doing the select the clips, because I haven't selected anything, if you have, as I said, let's put an example, 200 clips, you'll waste time selecting every single clip, 200 clicks. So if you have everything already in a group, you come here, you click that, and every single shot that lives in that group will have this modifier. And look at the image, yeah, you can testify that within a click, we did a whole change that the director asked us to do to every single of these shots. That is one of many use cases for the ripple grading. The other, let me show you something else. Let's go to my secondaries, and let's use this skin. I'm gonna fly through, but let's pretend you're working on a documentary on a corporate video, which is the whole 1 hour interview sliced in 10 parts. Yeah, so you probably go. Hopefully not. You don't have to. There's other ways of fixing things where you don't have to mask, but let's pretend that we're masking, right? We're masking, softening, whatnot. Let's track it quickly. And I'm doing this for a reason, and I'll show you why I'm creating a mask and tracking. So I'll give you an extra tip along the way, because this is Davinci Resolve tips and tricks, and that's what I do. I'll give you tips and some tricks, and sometimes some products for you to buy so I can keep doing these tutorials. Woohoo! Okay, stay with me, there's one more, and I promise this will be something that maybe you have encountered in the past and didn't know how to fix. Maybe you knew how to fix, so you can skip this part, or something that you will encounter and you'll be grateful to know that, by staying tuned, you know it in advance, so you know how to fix it. Okay, so we have 3 track faces up. It's not very precise, I don't care, this is for an example's sake. And let's get rid of this. Let's go Smurfs. Yeah, maybe blue. They were bluer. There we are, more or less. That's also in the Smurf world. Yeah. So if we let me put it on loop. Let me play it back. When the head tilt is gonna go off, but it doesn't matter. Horrible. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So more or less, it's all right. And here's the catch, right? So it will ripple this node with the latest information it got, which in this case is the blue. If I were to, now it's applied the blue, right? But if I were to do it in a different fashion, right? So if I were to sort of manipulate the mask and track it, I already had blue, and now I ripple this. So what you'll find is that it's rippling the tracking, right? So now the masks are completely offset because it's the same tracking as this one. Yes, it's the same information. So I will have to, not very precise, you'll have to retrack the mask, and you don't want to do this. So first thing, or first way of not encountering this error, because if you have to retrack, or even if you use the magic mask, everything, if you have to do it for 200 clips, you're wasting time. So the first step is do the masking and tracking first, then apply the primary, secondary, whatever correction you want, and then do the rippling grade, because that will guarantee that the tracking and the mask will stay as original. The other thing, let me bring back my secondary screen to my main screen. Here in keyframes, and this is something that I never liked about Davinci, but it's what it is. So if you select all, whatever you do, like in this case, like a ripple delete or a copy paste, it will copy paste every single information that node or fixed node tree has in it. In this case, it will move the same tracking to every single other tracking. So it will override the tracking. What you want to do is only choose color. Yeah. So let's, for instance, and track his face. I'm gonna change the color so it's something obvious. So we're going burned. I'm gonna copy this change to current group, and the only thing that should change is the color, but the masks and the tracking should stay the same, because I'm only copying color, not all. Current group, et voila. The only thing that changes is the color. The mask remained in one place. So this is one of the many use cases that you can come up with. As I said, as a recap, I tend to use ripple node change to current group a lot, because I work with groups always. Even in this, this is a corporate film, which is, it's a nice film, but it's not a long form. I did have 3 to 4 cameras, and I like to group them for these things, because fixed node tree, groups, and ripple grading will speed up your workflow 100%. Trust me on that one. I hope you have a great grading day, and until next time, bye.